Dear all, I'm really honored on behalf of Societe Generale to introduce this 2022 UNEP Global Roundtable. This is a special year, as it is the 30th anniversary of this initiative that has played and must continue to play a key role in transforming the financial sector. From pursuing innovative solutions to climate change, addressing nature and biodiversity risks, changing the way we think about impact, driving net zero ambition across investment, banking, and insurance, UNEP has brought environmental concerns to the forefront of financial decision-making. And UNEP is absolutely key to tackling the unprecedented issues of our times, to stay within planet boundaries, to fight critical inequalities. For some of these issues, we already know the target, fortunately. But we also know we need to rush, and we need to be strong and committed enough to achieve a real shift in our models. So far, UNEP has achieved a lot. But let's stay clear-headed. Challenges still lie ahead of us. We have to deliver on our pledges for net zero carbon objective by 2050. We know the end target, and working together, we can be confident that the paths and trajectories will consolidate in the near future. But we have to move forward at the required pace, and we have to deliver on those trajectories. We must show tangible progress to always be a driving force. We are facing growing pressure from all stakeholders, regulators, investors, consumers, companies, employees, young generations. They look at banks as key contributors and intermediaries in facilitating and accelerating the change. It is our responsibility and role to advise and support them in their transformation and adaptation. We are key to the transition of the whole economy. Without us, no change will happen at the expected magnitude and pace. But banks cannot change the economy alone. To do so, we must engage with clients, build robust transition plans, and decide where we allocate our efforts. As a matter of fact, our objective shouldn't be the greening of finance, but the greening of the real economy. The world economy is heading for a crossroads, and the financial sector is in the middle of it. It can show the right direction to follow while investing in activities that accelerate the transition. So how do we get there? It requires three things. First, more than ever, collective action. I strongly believe in the power of coalitions to drive positive change. In this regard, essential work is being led within G-Funds alliances to align our credit portfolios with ambitious midterm trajectories. The dialogue that takes place there and that we initiate with our clients and third parties is not an option. There will be no success without sharing global challenges and common action. We are shaping new standards and leveraging the expertise of all sides to develop solutions to help decarbonize different industries and sectors. We are also participating in sector-focused initiatives. For instance, at Societe Generale, Hydrogen Council, the European Battery Alliance, or the Sustainable Steel Principles. These alliances have the power to deep dive on very concrete levers of change. For that, we must, in the meantime, stick to science and facts and make sure that our collective commitments can be fully endorsed by each one of us. Second, constantly improving consistency and transparency in the way we work. We must adapt our governance, activities, processes, and risk management approaches to put sustainability at the heart of our strategy. It should be embedded in our mindset, our decision-making processes, and start from the very top of our organizations to expand on a broad scale. At Societe Generale, one of our main projects is called ESG by Design and aims precisely at integrating ESG in everything we do. Third, above all, develop deep understanding and expertise of what is at stake for the economy and key specific business sectors. To date, there is no GPS for most carbon-intensive sectors. The quality of our support for every sector and every organization totally depends on our ability to have a detailed understanding of their specific challenges, constraints, and opportunities, to know precisely what the factors of their decarbonization path are and how we best can incite and support them in their transition to deliver on their commitments. This is also the only way to know which sectors we should invest in priority and how we should do it. Mobility is a good example. The huge decrease in our carbon footprint that is needed calls for a more disruptive approach. New technologies, new cross-sectorial value chains on cars, batteries, charging infrastructure, and obviously new mobility behaviors. As I'm deeply committed to it, I can testify that these new models are growing fast and that we can be instrumental in supporting this trend and shaping the future of mobility. But first and foremost, it means going deep into those value chains issues, being able to identify the hurdles and levers for their transition, and not only imposing a high-level target from a comfortable distance. As I said, greening finance for itself won't be sufficient to tackle the huge issues we have to face. We must deliver on our promise to support the transformation of the whole economy, the real economy. It is at the heart of our mission. It is our job. We don't do models for models or design products or solutions in a vacuum. We do it to support economic and social activities, to make them sustainable and profitable for the well-being of people and societies. We do it so that they can develop and flourish. Despite the inherent difficulties of fully aligning diverse positions, despite the still unanswered questions, despite the multiplicity of crises that pave our way, let's stay focused on these three things. Let's continue to act collectively. Let's be clear, consistent, and transparent on our pathways. And let's continue to build expertise and deep understanding of the issues at stake. The credibility of our collective commitments, their ability to be really useful for people and the planet, depends on clarity, consistency in action, and tangible results. There is still a long way to go. I'm delighted to see so many people today committed to working together to drive change, as we will need everyone's commitment, expertise, determined action, and contribution to our collective goals. Thank you for your attention.